Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Gwendolyn Reese. For those who don't know me, I am the High Priestess of Theophania, which is a coven of the Assembly of the Sacred Wheel, and we are located in Washington, D.C. And this is the introductory video for the Foundations of the Craft course that is offered through Theophania. Now, the primary intended audience are people who are actually taking the course through Theophania. However, one of the things that I am very well aware of is that for many people who are pagans, who are witches, who are magical practitioners, they may or may not have access to a local group or teacher. And so I am very interested in never allowing perfection to be the enemy of the good. And so therefore I have decided to make the videos available. However, I do think it is important at the very outset to say this. This course is not just videos, it's videos, assignments, and so forth, but then there's also a very important face-to-face portion of the course, which is when we are doing a lot of the work that really does require having other people that you are working with and having a teacher, and in particular, some of the energetic work. You just can't do that remotely and get the feedback that is necessary to really perfect those skills. So again, I just want to be clear with people. I'm making this available because I do think that it is important for people to have access to what they can have access to, but this is not the substitute if you are only taking the video portion for the full course. But for those of you who are taking the full course, let's also just go ahead and get started then. Here we go, Foundations of the Craft. So this is our course introduction. So the intention of this course is that it uses a scaffolded approach so that one portion builds on the next, in which by the end of the course, you will have everything that you need to build a very powerful personal practice as a pagan, as a witch, or as a Wiccan. And it is my firm belief that personal practice is the foundation. Not only should you decide to become or remain a solitary practitioner, but also for anyone who is working in a group. Now, I know that many of the people who are going to be taking this course through Theophania have been practitioners for a very long time and have a strong personal practice. But I have also tried to design this course in such a way that it will give you the opportunity to revisit your foundations and to strengthen them. And I do use foundation in the sense that everything is built. It's like the foundations of a building. Everything is built on our foundations. And so it is certainly something that I have found useful to go back and revisit even in the process of creating this course. So for our learning objectives, for those who are new to paganism or to magic, by the end of this course, you will be able to, first of all, you'll be able to articulate your personal purpose in pursuing your path. That is not something that anyone else can tell you, but we're going to create some opportunities for you to have the time and the focus to reflect on that and to be able at the end to articulate your personal purpose at this point in time for pursuing your path. Also, you will have experienced all of the essential parts of a personal practice. So that is the experiential aspect. You'll have strong theoretical foundations, which should enable you to develop your own course of self-study and have a framework that can help you understand more advanced materials so that when you come in contact with new concepts, you'll have something to expand from. It also you will have developed your own personal spiritual practice and routines. As I said, this is a scaffolded course that over time you're going to be building those pieces so that by the end you will have a personal practice and your personal kind of ritualized routines. Also, because this is offered through Theophania, you will understand both the structure and the missions of the Assembly of the Sacred Wheel and Theophania as a coven of the Assembly of the Sacred Wheel. So the course structure, this is designed to be a year-long course. And the reason that I did it this way is that it gives enough time for both encountering new materials, but also for integration. Learning, real learning, has two main aspects. And I will say that as a culture, as an overculture, we tend to emphasize one and neglect the other. The first is when something is the expansive part. This is where you are learning something new. You are getting new knowledge. You are beginning to experiment with a new skill. And that is the exciting part. That's the part that is novel and it's cool. But the second part is integration. And the integration is where you take that new knowledge or that new skill and you build it into who you actually are. You build it into your life. You build it into, it's like the process of routinization. And if you don't do that part, then you have not actually grown. You haven't actually learned. And that, my friends, is the kind of boring part. That's the part where you practice. I mean, it's the part that is really actually the most truly enriching, but it's the part where you practice it. And it's where something like talking to the dead, which when you're first doing it, is like, whoa. It's the part where it just becomes something that is so automatic that you don't even like think of it as being different or unusual. But that's where your relationship with your ancestors has become real and true. So again, you know, the only way that you can do that is both by creating the opportunities to do things over and over and over again, and to actually have that time to have them be a part of your true existence. So like when you go and you take a workshop, and we all go and take workshops, it's really awesome. You know, that's very exciting. You learn a lot of new stuff, but if you don't actually start to do it over and over again and incorporate it into your actual life, it's not really the same thing as having learned it. Okay, so that's why a full year. So as I said, we're gonna have some scaffolded modules, and I am utilizing what is in educational speak, we're doing a flipped classroom, which is why we're doing these videos. So basically the idea of the flipped classroom model is that we spend our time where I am telling you things, like the knowledge transfer part. I'm doing those in video, so you can watch those in your own time, and then I'm giving you some exercises that you can begin working with. And then that way, when we actually get our precious face-to-face time, which is challenging to fit into people's schedules, we are doing things that require us to be face-to-face. We are doing the experiential parts. We're doing conversations, but we're also doing, like I said earlier, the energetic work, the things that require us to be together as a group that you can't do in this sort of an asynchronous fashion. And again, the scaffolded modules just means that they're building on each other. So what's in a module? We're going to have a couple of videos. One of them is going to be a video that is conveying theoretical information. And then there will also be experiential assignments and homework, and there will typically be a video giving you enough information about whatever those experiential assignments are. And then we will have our face-to-face sections for the hands-on learning and for conversation as a group. So do you have to join Theophania to take this? No, you don't. It is offered as service. It is offered by Theophania, but you do not have to join Theophania to take the class. Similarly, since covens are very intimate working groups, taking it doesn't actually guarantee membership should you decide to petition to join. So you know, it's background information, and it should give you information that should, by the end of it, you should have a better sense about whether or not it's something you might want to petition to join. But you are under no obligation whatsoever, either way, okay? And as I said, I have decided to make at least the video portions more broadly available. So that is the introduction. So keep an eye out. And I'm about to also do the first module. And I look forward to going on this adventure with you. So, thank you so much, and I will see you back in a few minutes.